Hello everybody and welcome to this quick video where I'm going to talk a little bit about my back nine in the opening round in Pro. If you do want to see the full round, you go over to Ben Kennedy's channel. You do have the link to the video in the description down below, as I was guest there playing my Pro account. But that is the reason why I wanted to give you at least a summarized version of my back nine here in Pro, to give you the latest, and also especially now since I do have updated the guides as well. And if you do want to get the guides, you go to patreon.com/golfclashtommy. You will get the full set. You will obviously get for all divisions if you want it, and that will definitely help you improve your game. So let's go into the replay section, and that is where we're going to look here today. So we're gonna count down 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna start with hole number 1. And here I do play as accordingly to the guide with the drive. Nothing has changed to that. So we're looking here to play with whatever driver really that gives us 5 bars of topspin. I understand that you may not have 5 bars of topspin on your driver, but then you should at least have 4.5, which lower level Extra Miles is having, and also lower level Thor's Hammer. But we're looking to have 5 bars of topspin if possible, so you choose your driver based on that. And in my case, I play with the Extra Mile level 8 here. Adjustment, minimum distance with a 20% over adjustment. Once that is done, we are going to apply half a ball of curl outside the adjustment ring to the right. Now, obviously, perfect ball is what we are looking for, and you can see that the ball is traveling down here, and we are then looking to get into a yardage, which is a nice one because we don't want to get too far. So in this case, we go to 335. So from 335, with the new table that I've made based on my miss here, is that I've increased the adjustment to adapt to this miss. And you will see me stroke the right edge of the cup, which isn't really good enough. We need to drop this one because it's a very, very favorable wind. So it's all about finding the correct adjustment here. So first and foremost, 1.2 backspin, ball guideline just before the cup. And those of you having like a Thorn 7 or below, then you will have to really be focused on being short of pins so you don't come in too hot. 7.2, I do not adjust for the slider percentage that I do have. The slider percentage should be 94% slider now from 335. And if you put that in your application, you will notice that that would have been getting this ball a drop here. Fortunately, just burning the right side of the cup there. Good speed though. So once again, 94% slider from 335. We move on and we go to hole number 2. And hole number 2 feels solid. You just need to follow the guide. And that's easier said than done, obviously, but we take a look. Play with the quarterback. It doesn't matter what level quarterback you're having. You do need to have at least 3.5 bar backspin though, and just for the sake of it, we can take a look at the quarterback. For 3.5 bar backspin, we need to have at least quarterback level 6, preferably quarterback level 7 plus. Now, once added the 2 bars of side spin to the right as well, we're looking for the top of the yellow ring. You can see there by the end of the rough with the ball guideline to the hole. Adjustment is going to, in this case, be 1-to-1 plus 0.1. So 1-to-1 plus 0.1, and that would give us a medium distance with a 15% over adjustment power 3 ball settings. Once we have done our adjustment, we need to pull back. We want to pull back 1 ring, and the reason we do pull back 1 ring is to compensate for the for adjusting from a lower to a higher point. This ball has come in very nicely right at pin many of the times. As there is a funnel there, you need to just make sure that you do adjust the proper amount of rings. And for those of you watching the full video, you will see me being not playing the correct adjustment on the front 9. But on back 9, we pulled a bit together. So medium distance plus 15 power 3 ball settings, 3.5 backspin, 2 bar right spin, and then it should be a get in the hole. Hole number 3, we're going to continue with the same drive as we had this Monday, and we are going to use 1 top spin, 3 bars of left spin, using the quarterback level 10. Quarterback level 9, level 10 plays exactly the same. Quarterback level 8 or sorry, level 7 or level 8 plays all the same except for one thing, that is that we need to push up in the end, and we do need to push up because otherwise we will fall short, and that is not what we want. So you push up one ring after your adjustment with quarterback 7 and quarterback 8. Adjustment maximum distance plus 10, and then we're looking to have the left side of the ball halfway through the adjustment ring to the left in curl. Perfect ball, and then we will bounce on the fairway, getting this ball up to preferably 320 or better, or more, I would have to say. So 322, that's a good one. We move on to the second shot, where I have changed my position compared to in the beginning of the tournament. I wanted to adapt the position that I do play in expert, as that has been consistently better for myself, and that is what we're gonna do. So 3.5 bar topspin, and in the end I will be adding a little bit of left spin, so I will be adding 0.2 left spin. I'm looking to have the white ring by the rough line, you can see there on the left, and with the bullseye just before the shadow ends. Then you may be wondering, oh, you might have a sniper 8 or you might have a sniper 7. We're gonna talk about that after we have been taking this shot. Oh, look at my hair, just all crazy. Adjustment is also new, maximum distance with a minus 25, yes, negative 25 in our adjustment maximum distance. Then we are looking to obviously take our shot. The plan here for us is to have the ball guideline coming in pretty close to the pin, and with a great ball here we will most likely see the ball either just clip the pin or be coming just right side. The plan honestly is to come in a little bit left side of pin here, which we would have done with a perfect, but there is such a massive funnel there, and this adjustment allows us to actually drop this shot with a great ball as well, which is very, very helpful. When I'm not, again, don't expect a great ball drop, but there is a chance, absolutely. So what do you do if you do have a lower level sniper? You play with a power 4 ball. That has also been added to the guide as an instruction to do if you have a lower level sniper. Sniper level 9, level 10, you do play exactly as I've done here. Now we move on to hole number 4. Hole number 4 is tricky because we're playing with curl, and the curl is definitely something that you will need to find a reference. Those of you playing with grid lines does have a major advantage over the rest of us. 3 side spin to the right, 3.5 bar backspin. Now we're looking at having the white ring, the bottom right by the tree, and the bottom blue ring by the rough. Once finding that position, it is time to adjust. And now we do adjust for an adjustment that is 1 to 1 plus 1. So for a 6.7 miles per hour, we do adjust 7.7 rings. So we do adjust, and then it's time to go with curl. And now we're looking to have 3/4 of the ball outside the adjustment ring to the right, which you could do as an example here as a reference. Look at this, you know, string that comes from the ball down to the ring. You have a small grass that you do have there by the bottom of the peg, and you can use that as a reference when you're using curl. And you can see we're getting up there, and we just snuck it in left side, a little bit too much curl even. And if you do have too much curl, you will most likely miss right. If you have too little curl, you will miss left. But you know, if we can drop this 1 out of 2 times, I'm gonna be pleased. This is a difficult one to drop, especially once again that we do have to use curl. Move on, we go to hole number 5. We're gonna start with the drive. Here I've been playing quarterback, half a bar of backspin the whole week, but I've changed today as I do see a great value in not getting a drive longer than maximum 283 yards. 1 backspin, 2 right spin using the quarterback, white ring. You can see here being boxed in the right corner. Adjustment is maximum with no elevation. And to just add that, you can play with a quarterback level 9 or level 10 exactly the same way, and that's the same with level 7, level 8. But if you do have a lower level quarterback than that, like level 6, level 5, you will have to in the end go with a little bit of overpower, or you can choose the rock instead, because the position after the drive here is not super duper important in terms of where the ball ends up. The important part is not to go too far. So 1 backspin, 2 bar right spin, we're looking to get to 280 to 283, approximately around that. 282, that's perfect. Second shot does have a minor little tweak as well, just to maximize the drop rate. Unfortunately, I didn't do it all completely right here in this example, but I'm going to explain to you. First, we do have the Grizzly packs. We do find minimum distance of our club, and we do want, in this case, to use 4 bars of backspin in general. But more importantly, we're looking to have the ball guideline to go through the hole approximately 1 green square. So that amount that the ball guideline is going through the hole is too little. You want the ball guideline to go through the hole even more. And in the guide, you do have a zoomed in screenshot on that ball guideline, which is very, very valuable. Adjustment here is going to play a 1-to-1 minus 0.1. So if it has a 6.9 miles per hour, we'll play 6.8 rings. And you can see that the line is perfect here, but we need more topspin, and that the reason we fall left and short is because the topspin is not enough. So the importance with the ball guideline is the only thing really that I do feel is worth looking at the second shot. Not really the rings, just the ball guideline, and therefore the topspin for the second shot will vary depending on what position, what distance would you have after the drive. So mix around, focus on the ball guideline, and then you will see this drop more times than not. Moving on, we go to hole number 6 and we look at the drive. The drive is going to be the same as I've been playing all week. I'm playing conservative, I'm not doing any power slice, as I do feel that even with a power slice, the realistic chance of an albatross is not really gonna be that much better for me to be able to go and risk the power slice and what the risk that will involve. 4 topspin, 2 bars of side spin to the right. We're looking to start at the +2 yard mark. If you do play with a quarterback, that is in that case level 8, I will have to say, then you should be starting at the +6 yard mark instead. The reason I say that I don't want you to start with a lower level quarterback than level 8 is because you then won't be having the topspin. Adjustment, medium distance with a 20% over adjustment, power 5 ball settings, half a ball of curl, and we're looking to get to approximately 310 yards. Second shot is going to be very difficult, and here if you do have a sniper level 9, level 10, I would recommend the sniper. Otherwise, you should be playing with the big dog or the cataclysm to make sure that you don't have to overpower your shot. So here we are in complete maximum distance, 2 bars of left spin, and I'm using backspin here. The plan for me here is to leave the ball guideline very short of pin, because the wind will extend the ball guideline massively here, and we need to compensate for that. Adjustment is a maximum distance +25 is what I'm going for here, and we will in the end then adjust for it, and then we will hit perfect. So, maximum distance +25 was adjusted, and then we do hit perfect. And we see the ball carry away. Bounce on the fairway, getting it down. And we see that one miss approximately 1 cup to the left of the pin. So the recommendation here is to play 30% over adjustment, maximum distance numbers for hole number 6, second shot. Going to hole number 7, which has been a little bit of my nemesis because I don't play with grid lines and I have a very hard time to push my rings. But as we do have the trees in our face on the left, we do need to push our rings. But first, 3 bars of side spin to the right, 2.5 bar backspin, and we're looking for the red ring by the rough line with the ball guideline pointing towards the hole. So, ball guideline pointing towards the hole there. And then we will adjust, but see, the tree is in our way, so I do need to turn around. The adjustment is a 1-to-1 +1, so we adjust 7.8 for 6.8 miles per hour. But once again, you know, the pushing rings instead of pulling is really my nemesis, and I have a tendency to overpull my shot basically every single time. And something that I need to think about, and something that you just need to be focused on, the fact that pushing rings is tougher than pulling to get consistently the same amount all the time. So I do pull a little bit too much. I miss just barely on the left side of the pin. Speed-wise though was nice, but really the pushing part is the one that I want to point the finger on at here, as that is so important to do. As pulling, you have to zoom out to max, and that's just gonna be a complete mess. For hole number 8, I'm actually going to scroll down and we're gonna go to the beginning here, because hole 8 I made a mess. And hole 8, there we go, there we do. And we're going to look to play with the big topper here. So we start with max top spin, 1 left spin, and using a navigator here. I think it's very important for you that you save your better ball. There's no point in using a special ball here, in my opinion. Save them, use a navigator that you can get for free in free chests and stuff like that. Look at the ball guideline. The second bounce should be just in between the brown leaf and the cutoff between the dark and the bright rough. Very important. If you do not have that and you have it too far up, you will go and you will miss the rough with your second bounce, and then it's bunker on the back, which is not going to be an easy drop from there. Adjustment for hole number 8, we're gonna look, so I'm not saying wrong. Maximum distance, no elevation. We bounce on the fairway into the rough there nicely, and we roll up with the ball to the fringe, and from there it's a very simple wedge. Hole 9, I did lay up according to the guide the first go. I would recommend on that one to go with I would recommend there to go with the horizon for the second shot. On hole number 9, if we're gonna bounce on the right, to make sure that we do not have to push up or we have to pull back or anything like that. I'm gonna show you another shot which is not dialed in, but it's a shot that is for a bit more superior drivers. You can see Thor's Hammer level 6, and I would say Extra Mile level 8 or 8 plus, Apocalypse level, in that case 4 plus is the drivers that I would go with this one. And I would honestly recommend us to not play this shot if we don't have a wind that is above 6.5 miles per hour, regardless of what club we're having. Maximum distance with a 20% over adjustment, push up to max once you're done, and then we're gonna go full blast overpower. Spin is full top spin, 2 bars of side spin to the right, and then I do hit great, but great left and great right is still going to be fine. We bounce on the fairway over the rough, and we land ourselves nicely for a positioned way towards the pin there. And this type of shot will most definitely increase the opportunity for you to make an albatross, but if you don't have the club for it, you will most likely clip the rough or get stuck in the rough, and then it's a whole other ball game. So make sure that you get yourself the equipment needed and also the ball needed. It could be a recommendation as well to play with a special ball, a wind 0 power 5 to increase the wind. Second shot here now, I use the Grizzly. And if you do have the Grizzly level 7 plus, the Grizzly would be the better club to play with, as it does have a very good ball guideline. Adjustment here for this shot is going to be 1 backspin, blue ring by the rough line, and then we're going to adjust a rings. So I do adjust in that case a total of 10 rings. Where maximum distance was 10.9 miles per hour, 10% elevation, and here you can see that we come in, you know, not super close, but close enough. And increasing the adjustment with 2 decimal would definitely be a drop there. So what do we learn on hole 9? If we don't have the club and the ball, we don't go over the water. If we do have the club and the ball, we go over the water and then try to ship it in for an albatross. Even though we're not dialed in from that side, it's still going to be way easier to have an albatross attempt than it is from the right. But obviously don't make a mess because the water is there. If you drop into the water, it gets sucked into the rough, then it's bye-bye albatross, and it could be a bye-bye eagle as well. So my friends, thank you so much for watching this quick little replay breakdown here on the channel to give you a little bit of news what's happening in Pro Division. Make sure you comment in the comment section below if you do have any question. Also, you can email support@golfclashtommy.com for more Golf Clash related questions. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck in your Golf Clash game.